found my mother Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We will find her.
Just like target practice.
So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. Always knew.
Tread carefully, Mia. There may have been reasons why your mother hid that fact from you.
Preferred the city to this.
My exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the Vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit. But the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end.
What you ask is impossible.
Adria should be up here.
Seize them!
Leah,
You know who I
my
am.
darling. Now is not... I do
No,
not
it was not. Chaldean,
might-
it's like... I do
human.
not... I feel...
I heard he
Bad.
wasn't
Understand.
what
The
happened?
result
They
hard. I knew that.
I'm surprised he's in its
According
Did you
What?
in any? How well had you seen?
only from a...
How
I
did
was
you-
trying. The guards were...
No,
Yes!
we must.
I do not like this.
Murderer. Torturer. Everything worth doing is.
I don't like...
300.
Why
He
did-
dealt.
If there's treasure to be had, then I'm in.
The prophet has foreseen our victory.
It is good to fight with you again.
How long?
I felt no fear when they sealed the tomb before me.
What was it?
The clan of...
was the.
Oh no.
Have you
Well,
found? You
I
mean?
knew we do not deserve it. It is
Sometimes I
me?
did not
Then you
have
have...
time, maybe.
That would be nice.
How did you learn to fight?
My brother taught me when we were younger. He thought the crossbow was the best weapon for me since it would give me time to run away if I botched things too badly.
Where is he now?
Oh, he's still in Kingsport. I expect he'll be there a good long time.
How did you come to be a thief?
That's a long and terrible story that you wouldn't want to hear.
You found something that could not be yours.
Basically.
You should learn to be satisfied with what you have.
Oh, there was nothing reasonable about her. Do you ever doubt your choices?
I follow the will of the gods. I do not know doubt.
Things never seem to turn out like I hope they will.
Perhaps you should have followed another path.
Try living in the slums before you lecture me.
From any station, you could live a life of balance. Do you have any other family?
My brother and I were orphans. We only had each other.
Is he a thief also?
No, he was a member of the city guard.
That seems odd.
Not as much as you might think. Until the end, that is.
Why did you and your brother choose different paths?
We're not much alike, really. He was always dependable and practical. A complete bore, I'd say.
And you were drawn to trouble.
Hardly. I was just amusing myself with the Thieves' Guild. It was nothing serious.
Until you were a wanted man.
That may have been serious.
What happened to your brother?
Nothing you'd want to hear.
I asked.
And then what? I suppose you'll make it all right. You'll fix it up just like another one of your little errands. Some things aren't that easy.
I am a patient woman.
God, you're so noble about it too. Spare me.
Is the city much as you remember it?
Last time I passed through here was soon after meeting Mira. She wanted to stop and see the city, but I convinced her to travel on. My good memories of Chaldeum feel like I'm watching someone else's life. I'll be glad for us to be gone.
Did you meet your wife here?
It's actually quite a tale. We met in a town not far from here on the outskirts of Curast. She was... well, you're not going to believe it. She was locked in a cage.
Your wife was a criminal?
No. They were going to burn her as a witch.
You wed a witch?
Let's talk about this another time.
Tell me more about your witch wife.
Very funny. I broke her out in the middle of the night and we escaped. They didn't chase us far. I guess they were glad to see her go.
A real boy meets witch story.
She wasn't a witch. She was a mystic. Though we didn't find that out for a time. Not until we started traveling with the Vetchin wagon train. But that's a story for another time.
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look.
Zoltan Kuhl, a legend. There is no doubt in my mind he is as powerful as the stories say. But for every bit of his genius, he was surely mad. He was obsessed with immortality and power.
A madman. We would do better to leave him asleep in the desert than to call on him for aid.
You have a better idea.
I do not. It is merely a warning.
Tyrael says that Zoltan Kuhl cannot be trusted. Do you think it is wise to ignore that counsel?
It will be dangerous, but you have faced great peril before. If Belial and Azmodan invade, you will have much more to worry about than a dismembered wizard.
I knew you would lead me to exciting and mysterious places. We should encounter the jewel I seek any day now.
For a man obsessed with jewels, you do not appear to be wealthy.
Easily explained. A good pair of sandals will last 10 years. But one cannot search for cursed jewels without buying 10 to 12 large meals a day. Very expensive.
Wait a moment. The gem is cursed?
Only slightly. It changes form from time to time. Yes. Oh, and it slowly drives its owners mad. Otherwise, it's completely harmless. You try to give a young man some advice, and he assumes you are the Sensei god of thieves, traveling in disguise as an elderly jeweler. I understand his confusion. Zai and I do share certain features.
I noticed that you did nothing to dissuade him.
Why would I? Who is more deserving of care and guidance than the humble thief?
The people of Shansai worship 59 gods, but few are more revered than Zai.
I think I might have met Zoltan Kuhl once. He seemed like a perfectly reasonable sort, for a mage, that is.
For a mage?
Oh, yes. Well, you know how they can be. With the waving hands and the mumbling all the time. They can be a little strange.
Hey, you! Come here.
As the shepherd watches over his flock, so shall I care for those who seek to protect us. May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid one last time. By the grace of the ancients, may your soul be warmed and brought to glory in righteousness. Death may be upon us all soon, but I shall do what I can to ease your pain. By the grace of the ancients, may your soul be warmed. Death may be upon us all.
What have you learned?
I've read this passage over and over, but it just doesn't make any sense. Uncle Deckard's ciphers aren't revealing anything for it.
Then you will have to make your own cipher. You are more than capable, Leah.
I must say, I'm very fond of this new family I find myself in. But you could be a bit more open about your love for us, you know.
I feel loyalty for my comrades in arms.
Oh, don't try to hide it. You act like you just need us for our skills, but we know the real reason you've brought us along with you. Have I ever told you that I knew Shen before he became part of our family here? Oh, he is such a sweet old fool. What a wild love we had for each other. He used to do the most surprising things, if you know what I mean. I could tell you stories that would curl your hair.
Please don't.
My people are shunned many places, but we were always welcomed in Caldeum. Something must be very wrong, that they won't even let their own people into the city now.
Something? You have the sight. Tell me what is wrong.
Is that any way to speak to me? And you don't need visions to see that Belial is in control of the city. The question is how. Those you've chosen to fight alongside you are an interesting bunch. Children after my own heart, flawed in such interesting ways. Irena is quite vivacious for one with such a burden, don't you think? I know you agree with me, Cormac. You'd best keep your vows in mind. Or maybe you shouldn't. And that Lyndon, he makes me laugh. He can warm my bed any night. Reminds me of my second husband, he does. This Adria, I sense dark things about her. She is not averse to using whatever means necessary to destroy Asmodan and Belial. She will use the Black Soulstone, no matter what the cost.
To defeat your enemy, one must make sacrifices.
Some costs may prove too high, even for you. I worry about Leah. How is she?
Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. She just needs someone looking out for her. This Zoltan Kuhl sounds like an untrustworthy fellow. You don't have your head separated from your body for no good reason.
We need him to get the Soul Stone.
Well, if you must. But I don't trust any of those ancient sorcerer types. Always up to no good.
It's disgusting. I've seen that woman going in and out of
It's
the
quite a maze down here, isn't it?
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous for his power over...
Listen to me. I cannot talk for long. Belial's guards are constantly watching me.
Emperor Hakan?
Forgive me for my behavior at court. The gods would have killed me had I sided with you. But I will help you now as I can. You must be headed to the oasis. I can open this gate for you.
How did this all happen?
There's little I can do. Between my advisors and the Imperial Guard, my every move and action are controlled. I've tried to fight back, but Belial's influence is strong. But now you've given me a chance. Perhaps my only chance.
How can you assist me?
You're here to kill Belial, aren't you? I can help.
As you helped me in the palace?
I can still fight in my own way. I want my empire back. I will find where Belial is hiding and deliver him to you.
Why should I trust you? You tried to kill us.
I told you it was not my choice. My every move is controlled and I'm surrounded by enemies. But I swear to you, I will help you. I will prove it to you.
Dariel was the only female evil. She aided the lesser evils for many years, but eventually she lost faith in their plots. 2 decades ago, she chose to help Diablo during his resurgence and seize the citadel of the Sightless Eye. Ultimately, she perished at the hands of brave heroes.
Could we find more like that? This desert is full of viciousness and spite. It's a wonder how people are able to live off its barren dunes.
The hard work of this land has made them stronger.
By the light, I've never seen a place like this.
The storm breaks! Not enough spirit.
Centuries ago, a much smaller Chaldeum depended upon small wells for its water. Then came the mysterious Dalgur, offering Chaldeum an oasis of unparalleled splendor, located in an area previously thought to be desert, asking only that his name be permanently affixed to the land. Then he vanished into the wastes.
Thank you. I thought I was a dead man. I pick up garbage from the aqueduct so it doesn't ruin our water supply. Doesn't pay well, but I find plenty to sell. Have a look. Oh, thank you. I thought I was a dead man. I pick up garbage from the aqueduct so it doesn't ruin our water supply.
Beneath the endless tide. I must wait to use that ability. Stronger.
Opponents may be strong, but I will not.
I don't have enough spirit. That ability is not yet recharged. This is the sort of place where one might hide Zoltan Kuhl's head.
Door is sealed by magic means. The stone faces upon the ground seem to have some reaction to our presence. We would investigate further, but our intrusion has woken something in these halls. We should not linger.
It cannot be done.
One of the historians of my order once came here. He called it a fertile valley of slender trees and bold flowers. A place where evil has not found root. I fear he is no longer correct.
My life has been long. I have gathered much wealth around me, but gold has brought me nothing but pain. And I will not let
This
the
cannot
curse
be
of
opened
my
yet.
wealth fall on my family. This room shall hold my treasure for all eternity. None shall divine its secrets.
I must wait to use that ability.
What riches!
I will not do that.
are in agreement. Kul, the renegade, must be stopped. He seeks to duplicate the power of the stones and wield it for his own ends. He is obsessed with the powers of heaven and hell. Drawing their attention will only bring doom to us all.
You are defeated. Strength fails. I need spirits.
Good choice.
This fight is over. Not enough spirit.
Glorious development.
The gods strike through me. path is not ready yet. Break beneath the endless tide.
These enemies defy all reason. I like to think the world is safer now.
Uriel is the twin of Andariel. I believe that they conspired together to assist Diablo in releasing Mephisto and Baal, though they had both supported the lesser evils in the past. The Lord of Pain was found guarding Baal's prison, the tomb of Tal Rasha, when he was slain by heroes.
We set out in 1 week's time, into the desolate sands, to search for Kul's hidden archives. None of us have any idea what to expect. How far has Kul's madness driven him? How much power has he accumulated in his mad quest? I can only hope we are not too late.
I need to go back.